You may not give it too much thought, but soil is a living thing and a vital component to a successful garden, of course. Our garden expert, Derek Thomas with Thomas Landscapes, joins us now with advice on how to prep your soil for this fall and to ensure year-round healthy plant growth. Good to see you. Have you been digging in the dirt?
Oh, not this week.
Okay.
Not this week at all. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Good question. You see this here? It's not my coffee cup.
Yeah.
It's actually what your dirt would look like if you got out there and dug in it, you know. And a lot of people have been asking if this is a great week to get out there and do gardening because of all the rain.
Right.
The answer is no. Because not only is soil alive, but soil has structure. And if you get out and you work the soil, you should never work the soil when it's wet. If you get out and work the soil when it's wet, you will actually deplete it of oxygen. What you want to do is when you get out to work your soil, take a handful of the soil. If you can squeeze it together and it stays like that, it's good to work.
Excellent.
If you squeeze it together and it falls apart, you actually want to do some watering to it and then go out the following day after you've soaked the soil.
Gotcha.
Because it should be moist but not soup.
And when you say it's a living thing, is that because of the organic matter that's in it or what?
Right. Well, soil is made up of inorganic and organic matter. And if you look at these two plants here, this plant has been not reaping the benefits of any organics, and we actually cut it back in early summer. This one we gave a lot of organics to, and it's definitely thriving.
Wow.
The inorganic parts of soil are things like the sand, the stone, and the silt. That actually helps structure, so the roots will grow into it. The roots will be able to have a place to stay to withstand winds and rain and different and erosion. And then you've got the organic parts like grass clippings. There's compost. Even our mulch, the mulch that we use on our soils is very, very important because it does break down over time. Now, what you want to make sure is that, you know, as I said, you do not work the soil when it's wet. Clay. In our area, we have a lot of clay soil. Clay gets a bad rap. Clay is actually very good because clay is loaded with micronutrients that our plants need.
I always hear people complain about the clay in their yard.
What you have to do if you have heavy clay in your soils, you would want to mix that with sand, about a 2-to-1 ratio, and you see how nice that has lightened up? The sand is going to add to drainage to your heavy clay soil.
I think we have about 40 seconds left, so get in whatever you want to get in.
The other thing is fertilizing. This time of year, when you go to fertilize, if you use an organic fertilizer, the problem is that it will continue to leach into the soil all winter. It's better to use a synthetic, which will stop when the winter times come, and you won't be leaching a lot of nitrogen into the soil. And that's the one time I would say use something synthetic if you have not fertilized during the season.
And that's readily available.
That's readily available.
Okay, all right, very good. And when I came in, the first thing I said was it's rather pungent. What am I smelling here?
You're smelling the breakdown of the grass clippings, which is actually, they're starting to compost, and that composting is adding organic to the soil.
All right, Derek Thomas, we love having you here, garden grower, our garden guru with Thomas Landscapes. Thank you very much for coming in,
Thank you, Tony.
And we will be back in just a moment.